I'm Dr. Neil Skolnik. Today we're going to talk about the 2023 FDA regulation that requires breast density to be reported on all mammograms nationwide and for those reports to go to both patients and clinicians. Previously, this was the rule in many states. Now it is true nationwide, and it's important because 40 to 50% of women have dense breasts. First, we'll discuss what breast density is and how it is categorized and reported. Then, why it's important and the information that we need in order to decide what to do with the results. First, what is breast density? It describes the appearance of the breast on mammography, and that appearance varies based on breast tissue composition and the amount of fibroglandular tissue, which is more dense than fatty tissue. Breast density is important because it relates to both the risk of cancer development and the ability of mammography to detect early cancer. Breast density is defined and classified according to the American College of Radiology's BI-RADS-4 category scale. Categories 1 and 2 refer to breast tissue that is not dense, and that accounts for about 50% of the population. Categories 3 and 4 describe heterogeneously dense and extremely dense breast tissue, respectively, and occur in about 40 to 50% of the population. When we refer to dense breast tissue readings on mammography, we're talking about categories 3 and 4. And this is important, and I'll say it again, because women with dense breast tissue have both an increased risk of developing breast cancer to begin with, and are less likely to have early breast cancers that develop detected by mammography. Let's now go over the details by category. Categories 1 and 2 considered not dense breast tissue. The sensitivity of mammograms for detecting early breast cancer in these categories is about 80 to 90%. Categories 3 and 4 represent women with dense breast tissue. In these categories, two things are important. First, the risk of developing breast cancer to begin with compared to women with average breast density is higher, 20% higher in women with BI-RADS category 3 breasts, and over twice as high, a relative risk of 2.1, in those with BI-RADS category 4. In these two categories, categories 3 and 4, the sensitivity of mammograms drops from what it was 80 to 90% in women without dense breasts to 60 to 70% in women with dense breasts. So in essence, the risk of developing breast cancer is higher, but the sensitivity of the test is lower. The clinical question then becomes, what do we do about this? And this is not easy. For women who have a normal mammogram with dense breasts, should follow-up testing be done? And if so, what test? The main follow-up testing options are either ultrasound or MRI. Usually ultrasound is done. And the result of this is that additional testing will detect additional breast cancers that weren't picked up on the initial mammogram. But it also will lead to additional biopsies for false positive tests that come from the additional testing. An American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology bulletin, an ACOG bulletin, nicely summarizes the evidence and clarifies that this decision is made in the context of there being no published evidence demonstrating improved outcomes, specifically no reduction in breast cancer mortality with supplemental testing. The official ACOG stance is that they, and I'll quote here, do not recommend routine use of alternative or adjunctive testing to screening mammography in women with dense breasts who are asymptomatic and have no additional risk factors, unquote. This is an area that's really important to understand. We're all going to be getting test results back that indicate the level of breast density, and those test results are also sent to our patients. Should this be something that we talk to patients about, utilizing a shared decision-making model to decide about whether the follow-up testing is necessary? That's something that each clinician will need to decide. And knowing that data is a critically important step in making that decision. This area is complicated and it's important. I'm interested in your thoughts on this. Please leave them in the comments section below. I'm Dr. Neil Skolnik, and this is Medscape.